winners? Let the pros show you how to make money. General Manager Al DeMarco, a regular contributor on Fox Sports, MSNBC, and Comcast Sports TV, brings over 25 years of handicapping experience to the table. CEO Steve Budin, the author of Bets, Drugs, and Rock and Roll, is the man responsible for creating the online betting industry. Together, they lead PickNation.com, your number one source for winners.
Week number 10 of the NFL season certainly was hazardous to your health if you happen to be an NFL quarterback. 3 more going down with injuries. Matt Castle through for the year for Kansas City with a hand injury. Matt Schaub of Houston, Texans having a phenomenal season. Foot injury, probably gone for the year. Ben Roethlisberger re-breaks that thumb. He first hurt back in 2005. Good news for the Steelers. He's not going to miss any action, and he has an extra week to recuperate, having a bye today. But, of course, we've got Michael Vick playing with broken ribs tonight against the New York Giants. And we have Kevin Cobb probably missing another game for Arizona. Steve, I'll tell you, it's like the walking wounded. In fact, I'm looking at today's schedule, and I see 6 other teams today are starting quarterbacks that didn't start the season for them, either because of injury or inefficiency or, in some cases, incompetence.
Yeah, well, it's week 11, and the gamblers are obviously all busted up, and so are the players. They're dropping like flies. Just makes our job that much harder.
And guys, our job is to break down all of your NFL games every Sunday here on the Countdown to Kickoff program from a point spread perspective. Al DeMarco here along with Steve Budin. I've been a professional sports handicapper for over 25 years. Started my career as a sports reporter, so I used the experience I gained from covering teams and players and being on the field in terms of evaluating personnel. That's all that matters to me. Paid off in spades last weekend. I mean, a huge, huge weekend for me. Hit my biggest play of my career with the Bears in revenge against Detroit, and followed up with the Monday Nighter against the Minnesota Vikings as I backed the Green Bay Packers. Of course, Steve, a former bookmaker. His father was a bookmaker. This is the guy who created what you now know as the offshore sportsbook betting industry over 20 years ago. And Steve, unlike me, you rely on the contacts and the sources that you've cultivated over the years.
Right, so your picks are opinion-based, one of the best opinions in the business, 8 winning football seasons now in a row. And for me, I use my contacts, my sources, the people that I have access to from the 20 years of being on top of this business that other people don't have access to. So why would I use my opinion when I have this access and it's been so successful for us? 5-1, last 6 in the NFL, hit the big one Sunday with the Cowboys, came right back, hit the big one Monday with the Packers. I think they won by a combined score of about 500 points, made it look easy. I wish every game was like that, but as I'm looking at the board today, not a lot of easy ones out there.
No, a lot of dog matchups here, a lot of who care games of the weeks as far as I'm concerned. And the first one we're going to talk about is Atlanta against Tennessee. You know, Steve, they say how many times does a manager or a coach, depending on the sport, truly affect the outcome of a game? Well, this is one of those cases. When you look at the Atlanta Falcons last week, Mike Smith cost them the game against New Orleans by that boneheaded play, deciding to go for it on 4th and 1, playing at home, tie game in overtime. He fails. The Falcons failed, I should say, to get the first down because of his play calling. Saints get the game-winning field goal. So you find the Falcons today, I think, at a great price, -6 at home, in a must-win situation.
Yeah, we see the mistakes from coaches more in baseball than in football affecting the outcome of the game, but it definitely did here. That's actually good news for the gamblers because that puts the Atlanta Falcons in a must-win situation. And when they're at home in a must-win situation, they usually get the job done. I like Atlanta here. I think it's cheap also.
Yeah, and you know, last week there were the Falcons. They rallied from 10 points down in the 4th quarter. I mean, they outgained New Orleans in that game, 481 to 383 in terms of total yards. They had a first down advantage of 30 to 18, and to come all the way back and to blow that game. The good news for Falcons fans is that they're 15-2-1 against the spread off their last 18 straight-up losses. They've covered 10 of their last 13 as a home favorite. So I agree with you. I wasn't that impressed with Tennessee's win at Carolina. I told you I thought the Titans would prevail last week because Carolina had no defense, and consequently Chris Johnson, the guy they're paying $100 million or whatever, actually had a big game, cracked the 100-yard barrier. I don't see him having the same success with Atlanta. One way I think to look at this game as well is I think it's a great teaser number. It's 6.5. Two-team teaser, 6 points. You can take the Falcons down to -1 or pick them at home, again in a must-win game.
So we're going to leave that second slot of the teaser open now, and we'll try to fill it in before the show's end.
Yeah, exactly. And the next game is going to be Miami and Buffalo. I hate to get on the Dolphins bandwagon, but I'm going to because I got off the Buffalo Bills bandwagon a few weeks ago. I told you the Bills would not succeed at home against the Jets, and I was even more on the money last week telling you that the Cowboys would roll over them. In fact, your number one NFL crew, the Baltimore crew, now 32-15 the past 4 years, that was their best bet last Sunday after giving everybody the Giants outright over the Patriots 2 Sundays ago. I think this is a difficult spot for the Bills with the Dolphins laying 2 at home. Bills' third road game in 4 weeks.
Yeah, I would agree with you that Miami is a lot better than their record would suggest, but I think football is a game of quarterbacks. I think this game comes down to who the better quarterback is. You look at Fitzpatrick versus Moore. I'll take Fitzpatrick every day, so we don't even have to involve the bookies in this one. We can save vig and just bet each other.
But you know, Matt Moore has actually played well, and I know that's not usually a sentence you find when talking about the NFL, but last 2 games, 37-52 for 453 yards. And remember this, guys, against the Bills, 27th ranked pass defense in the league, only 15 quarterback sacks in 9 games, opposing quarterbacks completing nearly 66% of their passes. So I'll go ahead and lay it with the Dolphins. You'll be on the Bills. Next game, I think we're both in agreement here. Baltimore and Cincinnati. Ravens, I told you last week, they're schizophrenic, and they proved me right going to Seattle and laying another egg on the road, being thoroughly outplayed. I mean, you're not going to win if you're Baltimore, if you're allowing Joe Flacco to throw the ball 52 times a game. Oh, hey, Ray Rice, you want to give him the couple of carries? I mean, I don't understand it. 5 carries last week for 27 yards behind this offensive line. Baltimore is not only schizophrenic, they just are inconsistent in terms of their offensive philosophy.
It's like they're going through menopause. I mean, they're getting hot flashes. They come off big games that they win, they lose. They come off big games that they lose, they win. It's almost like you got to wait to see what they do every week to know how you're going to bet them next week. I think this is a perfect spot for Baltimore here. I think they get the win and they get the cover.
16-8-1 against the spread. Baltimore is as a home favorite. Their last 25 laying points at home. So I agree with you. I think you go with Baltimore. I wasn't surprised. Cincinnati played well against Pittsburgh last week, but I'm not surprised they went down. There's your possibility to fill out that teaser.
Didn't take us long.
No, I would go with the Ravens, guys. I'd take the Ravens -1, hook them up with Atlanta and -1 as well, and I think that's a winning 2-team teaser.
And you always want to bet 2-team teasers. I can tell you as a former bookmaker, that's the way the syndicates play it. Always a 2-teamer, never more.
Yeah, more points you get from the teaser. It may sound attractive, but mathematically, the odds are incrementally stacked against you. More teams, more points in the teaser. Guys, when we come back, we're going to pick up with Jacksonville, Cleveland, and we'll be joined via video conference by handicapper Trace Adams, live from Atlanta, who will be talking about that game and 2 others, giving you his free picks today as the countdown to kickoff program continues with more of your NFL previews. You want to get my best bet today for free? Steve's latest play from the Baltimore crew is #1 NFL service. That is 30-14 over the past 4 years combined. Guys, you can. Plus all the handicappers at picknation.com. All their plays, all their analysis today for free simply by trying out the 1-day free all-access pass. And when we say free, we mean it. No strings attached.
Al, I've been in this business 25 years, both sides of the fence. I've never seen a company do this. I've never seen a company so confident in their system and in their handicappers that they were willing to give everything away for free so that the entire public can see exactly what's going on before they make a decision whether to participate or not. This is really revolutionary.
I mean, listen, we're a 100% online business, guys. There's no 800 numbers. There's no salesman. We don't want your phone number. We don't care about any of that stuff. You come to picknation.com. You click on the free 1-day all-access pass, and you get all of our plays, all the handicappers for free, no strings attached. I can't emphasize that enough. Now, here's the deal, though. You are getting 9-10 handicappers plays for free. If you had bought them all separately today, guys, you would be spending $500-600 at least. You're getting it all for free. Why? I think it also goes to show that I feel that we have put together the strongest staff of professional handicappers in the business, guys that win consistently, guys that make you money over the long haul, guys like Anthony Red, Craig Davis, myself, your Baltimore crew, and this is the best way of doing it because people say, well, put your money where your mouth is. We don't want your money. We're just going to give it to you for free, and the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, we're going to let you build your bankroll on us so that you can go ahead, build that bankroll, and get ready to turn it into big profits over the season.
So, guys, you're here at picknation.com. You go there, you click on the free 1-day all-access pass. You enter your information, you get your user code, and off you go. It's free, 1 day free all access pass right now at picknation.com.